right, the doctor walks in and tells me I'm in good health, but I'm sterile. I'm like, what are you talking about I'm sterile? I got 3 kids. I don't make no damn sense to me. I don't understand I'm sterile. I don't know. It blows my mind. You know, I got 3 kids. One's 15, one's 12, one's 7. So I'm like, I don't understand that. So anyway, I go home and I just start thinking, it's got to be my kids. But I started thinking about the fact that every time we watch like those Ancestry.com commercials, they come on and my wife kind of always turns the channel. I'm like, why you always turn it? I notice you always turn the channel. She's like, those are stupid. They don't even work. And I'm like, anyway, I started really thinking. I'm like, if I'm sterile, and the doctor said I've always been sterile. It's not like something that it's always been genetically since I was born. I started thinking, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get these kids tested. You know, I really didn't want to. I wanted to believe that my wife wouldn't do this to me, but I have to get my kids tested. So I secretly get a little sample of all of them. I go to the damn the Ancestry.com place or whatever, and anyway, get them tested. Then I think about this. My wife got a birthday coming up. We're gonna throw this big birthday bash. We already been planned on it. So basically, I got the whole birthday bash planned. And then basically, what happens is I get all of our families there. Birthday bash. I get the popular mixologist in town. Chief of police comes because he works with my wife sometimes at our company. So chief of police, this whole big thing, because I want to make a big splash. It's a birthday, you see. So what ends up happening at a certain point, we bring the big birthday cake out. You know those big birthday cakes you see on the movies? Got one of those big ones. And then I had a woman come out and she held up the sign that said, "You lying bee." And it blew everyone's mind. It blew her mind. What is this about? What is this about? And I was like, you know what? Know what this is about? It's about the fact that this mixologist is his son. Hey, let meet your daddy right here. I straight up had to tell him, this is your dad. The chief of police, hey, this is your... So 15-year-old mixologist, that's his daddy. Chief of police, 12-year-old, that's his daddy. And I was hurt. I was so hurt. I decided I just had to sleep in my car, man. I couldn't be in this house. I couldn't be around her. Just all these lies. I've been raising these kids for 15 years. There's no way they're mine. They're not. I'm sterile. So basically, I just, I'm in my car, sleeping in my car, going to work, doing the normal thing I do. And I just was, running into different issues and felt the need that I needed to go. I really needed to go back to church. I just really wanted to do that. And was getting some good, like the preacher and a lot of different people giving me some good advice and some good guidance, kind of helping me to understand that, it's not the kids' fault. You've been there for the kids, And, then I start finding out there's some problems. Kids are having problems at school because their dad's not there. They're used to having their dad for 15 years. I haven't been there, so I start going back, being there for my kids and everything like that or whatever. But I have to let her know. I'm like, I don't know if we could work this out. I don't know. Possibly, but I'm here for my kids. I'm going to try to be here for my kids because I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's what God wants me to do, and I think it's the best thing to do. So that's what I decided to do. Later on, and find out, because I have the 7-year-old. We didn't know who his dad was. So basically, after a certain amount of time with the Ancestry.com, like other people will get tested and everything like that or whatever. And then I got an alert from the email alert. And I'm like, really? So we kind of find out that it's this NBA Hall of Famers. I'm like, I was tripping. I'm like, this can't be the case. I go and ask her, I'm like, who's his dad? She's like, yes, that's his. I'm like, because my son, my son, he could ball. He could ball. And I ain't got no athletic skills, But, the thing is, me and my wife are still trying to work things out. I moved back in, but I'm not in the same room. Luckily we have multiple rooms. I'm there for my kids, even though they're not my kids, but they are my kids. I'm there for my kids. I'm the only father they know. So I've been doing the best that I can with this whole situation.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Okay, I am the problem. I went on a date with this guy and he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like, that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over. And I was like, cool. So I go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's so nice. He cuddles me all night. And I'm like, are you gay? Like, what? And like, I just wanted him to like try, and then for me to be like, no, you know what I mean? I wasn't gonna sleep with him. I just now I feel ugly. This is what
Delusional girl math.
I took 5 guys in one night.
At the same time?
Not at the same time. This is the crazy part. They didn't know that I was taking turns on each of them because I would just be the one that was awake, and then I'd wait for him to fall asleep, and then I'd move on to one of his friends. And I did this with the whole group
Oh my god.
in one night. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So were you just taking them to a separate room to them, or were you?
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, every single guy, I did something different because this, I just wanted to explore, and I was making each guy do something different with me.
So which one had the best?
Oh my gosh, it was probably the third guy. He was one of my friend's boyfriends, and she has no idea.
Really? But he good.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think the last guy who would be upset if he found out that you just 4 guys right before him?
I mean, yeah, like I was and everything, so
That was gonna be my next question. You were
yeah. So the last guy, I don't think he knew because it was dark. He must have just thought I was really.
did any of them
I think the second guy did. Yeah, the second guy.
but the first guy?
Yeah.
I'm selling cooch. I'm selling cooch. I'm selling cooch. I'm selling. Okay.
Bops, of course we carry extra rubbers in case he forgets. We're Bops, of course we do anything for a piece of change. We're Bops, of course I slept with him without knowing his name. We're Bops, of course we want to fuck even though we have 4 diseases.
Damn, bitch, I need to catch up.
I didn't date you for your money. I fell in love with your heart.
Well, then just sign the prenup and let this love story begin.
Love stories don't begin with prenups.
This one does.
Women don't need men for money.
Oh.
Statistics show single women own more houses than single men.
Yeah, from divorce.
We don't give a fuck. Jesus. We don't give a fuck.
A lot of shit pissed me off. Like we got dude finding out that the kid he been raising for 15 years ain't his kids. It is what it is, you know. These realities hit men like a ton of bricks. A lot of the time, women already know the case. She might be looking at the kid and be assuming something about the kid or whatnot. And we are the last to know, just like Coach always says. Guys are the last to know. We're the last to know the truth. The truth is she was messing around with a guy multiple times. He still don't know the whole truth. As you can see, you know, messing with a guy multiple times over years and years and years, and the baby's not yours. This happens more often than you think. They say that 40% of cases where the dude doesn't uh, do the fraternity test, it ain't his. Like I think it was in the UK where people were quitting after they made they did some like DNA tests constantly for kids that were contested DNA, and they constantly kept finding out that that wasn't their kids, and it was just messed up, and people start quitting the DNA DDC or whatever it's called, DNA Diagnostic Center. They was quitting that shit because dudes is finding out that it ain't their kids, and the dudes that's working in there is like, oh my goodness, I need to get up out of here. Like I keep on seeing this horrible truth. It's like a divorce lawyer keeps on seeing the horrible truth of divorce. He's probably not going to get married, and if he does, he's going to be real cautious about how he does it. But at the end of the day, this is what's going on in America. If you don't get the test done, Finesse 2 times just went through this. All right. I think Neo just went through this. And a couple of more famous people, whatever, whatever. But the case is, if you don't really know, you're not going to know unless you get the DNA test. You're not going to know unless you get the DNA test. How many times we watched Maury and was like, oh my God, that kid hid. That's definitely his kid. No, most definitely. Bro, look at his chin. The nigga look the same. DNA test says that is not the father. You like, oh shit, I would have bet on it. Damn, that ain't the damn, that little nigga look just like. Cause she was fucking a nigga that looked just like you. She has a type. This is what I try to tell you about women nature, human nature, men nature. Everybody's the same, bro. If you have a type, rarely you're gonna go outside that type. Not only that, if you can aim what you're trying to hit, you're gonna go for the type that you like. So, or whatever season or whatever flavor you're into today. But you're gonna go for that type. So most likely she went for the type that looked just like you, bro. She has it something type. He nuts in her. You're not gonna know that that's your kid because the nigga that she was fucking looks like you, nigga. It's not fucking hard to understand. She has a type. She likes niggas like this. She likes dudes like that. She's gonna be fucking a nigga that's like that. So when Finesse 2 times, Neo, or any of these dudes find out that ain't their kid, you should have did that DNA test first because let me not run away. Oh my goodness. Shit. I'm about to quit. I'm about to quit. I can't do it. You'll be damned if anyways, get the DNA test done, yeah. Cause just statistics shows that dudes that don't and do it later, it's up to 40% that these dudes find out that it ain't their damn kid. That is a lot. That's a lot of statistics. These are the statistics that don't be thrown on a damn news screen or anywhere else. They're not trying to let you know this. They're trying to actually keep the truth from you. Surprise, surprise, nigga. They're trying to keep the truth from you. Are you really that surprised? Are you really that surprised? They're trying to stop you from understanding the methods they're trying to put you under to keep you in slavery. Of course. They don't want you to know that. Why do you think they want free slaves? This shit is crazy, bro. I know damn well. Come on now. It is what it is, man. Silence acceptance and we ain't having it. Like, comment, subscribe.